This season of Cooking Hawaiian Style is brought to you by Four Seasons Lanai.
Aloha, I'm Lanai. Welcome to another edition of Cooking Hawaiian Style right here on the beautiful island of Lanai at the Four Seasons Resort. We're going to have a good show for you today. Don't forget to pick up our DVDs. You can get it at cookinghawaiianstyle.com. Also, our cookbook #1, still on sale, amazon.com or our website. And just out, make sure you get this one. We have some great recipes. Cooking Hawaiian Style 2. Let's get this show started with a very special guest from the Four Seasons Resorts right here, Adam Roku. Let's get cooking.
When you're living on the island, such a diverse Hawaii. When you've tasted all the flavors, from the mountain to the sea, we're cooking Hawaiian style.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Four Seasons Resorts, Adam Roku. Thank you for joining us in the kitchen, man. How you been?
I've been well, thank you. How about yourself?
You know, we've been so excited to come here to Lanai because, you know, I was born and raised here and I've always wanted to come home and work here. How do you like living here?
Oh, I've loved it. I've been here for 10 years and I call this place my home right now.
Right on. Yeah. And you're at which hotel are you at?
I'm working at the Four Seasons Resorts at Lanai.
Okay, so you get to go to both of them, or you oversee both of them, or just one? Right now I'm currently overseeing the lodge, but yeah, we kind of travel back and forth from time to time. Usually I run banquets. Okay, yeah. Right on. And what are you making today?
Today I'm going to make for you a Dungeness crab cake.
Okay.
And this is a really favorite of anybody. It's a really easy comfort food.
Of course.
And it has seafood. You know, if you don't like seafood, you could probably eat crab cake because it's almost like the chicken of the sea.
Yeah. All right. Let's get started. All right. What do we need?
So right here we have crab cakes. Probably about 10 to 12 ounces of crab.
Okay. Now, how many crabs do you think that is?
How many crabs? Oh, maybe 9.
Anybody ever asked you that?
No, not really.
How many crabs do you think 10 ounces is?
Probably about 9 or 10 crabs.
No, you're supposed to say depends how big the crab is.
Oh, depends how big the crab is. That's true.
All right. So we got how many ounces again?
So about 10 ounces of crab.
All right.
And so what you want to do is you see these lumps, you want to keep them lumpy because that's what's going to give the texture to the crab cake. So we're just going to add this to the mixing bowl.
All right. I'll take that for you.
Thank you, sir.
And is this your recipe? Who taught you this?
I mean, everyone makes crab cakes, and I just personally, I like using Old Bay spice because it tastes really, really good with the seafood. Okay. And it's really easy. You can pick it up at the store anywhere, and it's going to be a really, really easy, delicious dish to make.
All right. What else we got next?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of that Old Bay seasoning first and start to season the crab meat ever so slightly. And this makes sure that the seasoning gets into the crab and you don't lose all that flavor into the sauce later on. Okay. So I added about half a teaspoon, give or take. So we're gonna add about 2 to 3 ounces of mayonnaise.
All right, that's the key ingredient right there.
Yeah, this is what makes it nice and juicy.
Best foods. Or some Kewpie Japanese mayo. What else you got?
Yeah, and then with a little bit of Dijon mustard. So we're gonna do about 1 tablespoon of that. Okay. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold it very gently.
Because you don't want to break up those lumps.
You don't want to break up those lumps. That's gonna be part of your presentation later on.
Yeah. When did you start cooking?
I started cooking when I was 17 at home. My first professional job was at 18. Okay. And that was in Las Vegas at a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
At a Chinese restaurant?
Yeah, I was a walk line cook for a while.
Let's put that up here so everybody can see that a little bit. All right.
So then we got the crab cake. You want it to be a little bit moist, but it shouldn't be so runny that it kind of folds out on itself.
Yeah, you got to tell local people that because they like plenty of mayonnaise, you know what I mean?
And then I'm going to put just a little touch of panko, not too much, because you don't want to make your crab cake into a brick essentially. Okay. But you just want to have a little bit of binding ingredients so the liquid doesn't go anywhere.
Can you use breadcrumbs?
Yes, you can. You can use any type of breadcrumb. I prefer to use panko just because when you sear it, it gets really nice and crispy, but you can do homemade ones if you would like.
All right. Okay, so you just put what, like a little grab full?
Yeah, a little grab, maybe like 2 pinches worth.
All right.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to start to form the crab cake. And a little secret if you're ever making crab cakes is sprinkle the pan that you're going to use with a little bit of panko so it doesn't, it won't stick everywhere. Okay. And so we'll just spread that evenly. So what I'm going to take is I'm going to take about a 2-ounce portion of crab.
Can you make mine a little bigger?
How big do you want it?
Let's do 6 ounces. Okay. No, whatever you want to make.
All right. So if you notice, I have my hands kind of cupped like this. And I'm wearing gloves because this is a little bit messy. and you have your other hand cupped the same way, and this essentially kind of makes a little ring mold for your crab cake.
There you go.
And you're gonna press it right into shape.
There you go. Creativity with the hands, ladies and
All right.
gentlemen. Making crab
We're gonna
cakes.
flip that over, and then you're gonna top it again with a little bit of breadcrumbs.
Okay.
And we're gonna repeat the process a couple times just so we get the amount of.
Have
crab
you ever
cakes
tried
that
to
we
put other things in here, like, I don't know, some onions, some celery?
Yeah, you can absolutely. If you want to take bell peppers, are really, really good inside. Sauteed with celery and onions is also really good. It'll give you a little bit of a different texture contrast as well as you eat it. This is gonna make about 6 crab cakes.
6 crab cakes.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna finish this up. We're gonna make some more crab cakes, and we'll get into putting it in the oven. We're gonna bake this, right?
Yes.
So what should I put the oven at?
350.
350, the magic number. We'll be right back with Adam Roman, the chef here at the resorts at Four Seasons. So don't go anywhere. More with Cooking Hawaiian Style. Welcome back. We got Chef Adam Roman here from Four Seasons Resort here on Lanai, and we just finished putting those crab cakes together. You want to hand those to me?
Absolutely.
Tell us real quick, what did you put in here again? And while you're going to start the relish, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So once again, we just did some crab meat, a little bit of mayonnaise, some
Okay.
mustard, and then a little bit of panko just to bind it up with some Old Bay seasoning.
Okay.
And now for the relish, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these shiitake mushrooms and I'm gonna dice them so we can saute them.
Now, before I forget, we're not going to cook this all the way. You're just going to sear it and then throw it in the oven, right?
Correct.
What I got the oven at here. I got it turned on. What do you want it at?
350.
350. Okay.
All right, so I'm just gonna slice these shiitake mushrooms
Good
up.
job with the roll here, man.
Oh, thank
You
you.
remind me of exact shape of a Hostess Ding Dong. Remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I had one of those. How do they taste?
Should I put a little bit more oil in there?
Yeah, a little bit more,
All
please.
There we go. I'm going to turn this up.
And so I'm also chopping up this pickled ginger. It's gonna be really fine, and this is gonna be also the sauce on top for the.
All right. Is
For
this
the
your
crab
recipe
cake.
here? The sauce?
Yeah, normally what I like to do when I use fish is I usually do like a little pickled ginger butter sauce where you can use this in your reduction.
Okay.
And I thought that it would be a really, really great additive to add to crab cake because of its flavor profile.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're gonna put those in
I'm going
have
to turn
that
this up a little
mixing
bit.
bowl, please. The mixing bowl over.
Some oil?
The mixing bowl, please.
Oh, mixing bowl.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's all right.
I'm not a good sous chef, am I?
So we're gonna put that in there later for the relish.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna also show you here how to, the easiest way to husk corn.
Yeah, because I have never husked a corn.
Really?
I always buy it husked.
Always buy it husked.
Yeah.
So the main thing that you want is when you first grab the corn on the top, you want to make sure you grab all the stringy flakes with it because this is gonna make your cleaning of the corn easier.
Okay. Oh, this smells good. I wish you guys could smell this. Do I need to flip this over?
Yes, you do.
Okay. I'll flip these over.
Get a
You
nice
saw that? I got
golden brown
scolding
sear.
from the chef. Yes, you do.
Yes.
Not paying attention here.
All right, and so we're
Oh,
gonna.
that looks good.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go down like such, and just get a little bit of the corn. You don't want too much. We're only making 6 crab cakes here, which basically, 2 crab cakes is 1 portion.
Okay. I think I got this.
Oh, you
I should have
can do
got a
it. I
bigger
have faith in
pan.
you.
Oh, that looks nice, huh?
Yeah.
Good color. All right, you just chopped all the sides there.
Yeah. So we got the shiitake mushrooms, and I also have some bell peppers that are already chopped here.
Okay.
And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this into the other saute pan.
All right. Should I put this in the oven?
Let it go for another minute or so.
You need
then it
another
can go.
pan?
Yes, please.
All right, here we got another pan for you.
All right, and we're gonna put this on medium-high heat, if you will.
Okay. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this one on here,
All right,
and we'll use that one there. How's that?
lovely.
All right. Get this out of the way so we can look at that.
And then we're just gonna put a little drizzle of olive oil inside the pan.
Okay. We got about a minute left in this, sir. So we just got to get this going.
Okay.
So now that this side, both of these sides, are you gonna put this in the oven?
Put this in the oven, yes.
All right,
absolutely.
we'll put this in the oven now. And we got it at 350, correct?
Correct.
How long are we gonna put that in there?
It depends on the oven. If you're using a convection oven, it'll probably take about 8 to 10 minutes. If
All
you're
right.
using a regular oven, it'll probably take more, 12 to 15.
All right. So if you have an oven before 1990, yeah, you probably 1 hour and 25 minutes.
Exactly.
Okay. Just keep an eye on it.
Yeah. All right, so what we're gonna do is once this pan gets a little bit hotter, and the key that you want to do is when you saute, you want to make sure that you have you'll see a little film on the bottom
Okay.
where it looks like it's starting to get a little stringy, and that's a sign that it's hot enough to cook with.
And when you drink wine, they call that legs.
Really?
Yeah, I just spin it. It has nothing to do with this.
All right.
You can tell what I'm thinking about.
So
All right.
while the pan's heating up, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make our sauce real quick. So I'm gonna add about half a teaspoon of the sriracha
Okay.
and a couple tablespoons of the aioli.
All right, we got
or the
about
mayonnaise.
20 seconds, chef.
And then we're gonna stir that.
All right. So
And
we're actually gonna reduce this down here.
No,
All
no,
of
no. This is gonna be the topping for the crab
topping.
cake.
Okay,
Yep.
this is the part that we're gonna get.
Yep.
All right, we
So
got
then
some
we're
meat
gonna
now.
saute the corn. And you're gonna let this go for about a minute, and then we're gonna add the peppers and the mushrooms because you still want your vegetables to have a little bit of crunch when you eat them.
Of course, you gotta have that little al dente.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish this up. When we come back, we're gonna. What else are we doing?
We're gonna plate up some crab cakes.
Yeah. Is it we cooking anything else?
We're gonna also
got some
make a
time.
lomi salmon and
Yes,
poi.
that's what we're gonna do when we come back. So don't go anywhere. More with Cooking Hawaiian Style. Welcome back to Cooking Hawaiian Style. We got the corn and just a little bit of oil. We're just sauteing that. And what else do I need to add here?
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook the red bell peppers.
All right, you want me to use the whole thing?
About half of that.
Okay, so about half a cup.
Yep.
Okay.
And
What
then
else?
the shiitake mushrooms.
Okay. Shiitake. While I'm doing this, you can start on the Lomi salmon.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, so what we're gonna be making is a Lomi salmon on a taro chip. I like to call it a tostada because I'm Hispanic and it just brings me back to my roots.
All right.
So for the garnish, you'll see that I have these like really curly pieces of green onion, and I'm just gonna show you how that was done real quick.
Okay.
And so what we do is, you don't want the wilted parts of the green onion, they don't work, but we can use these for the lomi when we toss it in later.
All right, and the taro chips we just did before we got out here. You just
Yeah.
fried up about 7 or 8 pieces.
Exactly, and I'll demo exactly how we did those as well, just so so you folks at home know as well.
All right.
So what I'm doing is I'm making a small slit through the green onion. So when it opens up, it's kind of like this. And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna julienne those pieces. So julienning green onion, we're gonna do it on a very sharp bias.
Okay.
And you're gonna get these long little strands. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna have a little ice bowl of water and you're gonna preset it and then you're gonna put it in just like this one.
So it stays fresh
So
and green.
It stays fresh and green. It'll also crisp up.
And how did Julianne get lucky enough to be named after the green onion style?
I don't know, you should ask Romeo.
All right. So let's move this on the side because you need this cutting board
Yeah,
for the fish. don't you?
exactly.
Okay. So we'll get this for you here. All right. As this sauteing, am I putting anything else in here?
What we're gonna do is at the end, let me see how your peppers look. We'll cook the pepper just a little bit more. You do want them to cook a little bit, but you still want to get a little bit of crunch.
Okay.
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish it with a little bit of shallots and garlic
All right.
and fold it in with parsley and butter.
Okay. Go ahead and
At the
start the
very
Lomi
end.
salmon. How many pieces of salmon do we need?
All right, so right here I have about 6-ounce piece of salmon. And this one for you, I'll show you exactly how I cured it. And so what we do is you take some Hawaiian sea salt and you're gonna put it on both sides like such. You're just gonna get a nice even coat over it. You don't wanna go too heavy on the salt because it will get salty. And then we're gonna flip it over on the other side.
Do the other side.
Yeah. And so what normally you do is you would set this in your refrigerator for about 2 hours to let it cure and it gets the salt in there. And after such, you'll rinse it off and then you'll dry it up just so you don't have really big chunks of salt and you'll end up with a piece of salmon like this.
There you go.
And so what we're gonna do is we're
I'll
gonna
take that.
Oh, thank you, sir. We're gonna
All
take
right.
this and we're gonna kind of butterfly it a little bit because you want to get some good dices of the salmon.
Some nice square chunks. You
Yep.
don't ever want to eat Lomi salmon and only get tomato.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
No one who's going to high school here.
Yeah.
All the cafeteria teachers used to say, hey, we get Hawaiian food today. We're making Lomi salmon. Hey, no more salmon, only get tomato and onion.
Yeah, and most people tell me I put too much salmon, so that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. All right, so I got this. This is looking good, Chef. What
Yes,
do I
it
do next?
is. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold in the shallots and the garlic, and you're gonna
shallots.
saute it for another 10 to 15 seconds.
All of it?
Just about a teaspoon.
Okay. I love garlic, so I'll put a little bit more in.
There you go. Put some
Okay.
love in it.
Some shallots here.
Yep.
Is that good enough?
Perfect. And then you're just gonna keep sauteing that just for a little bit, just to cook out the raw garlic smell. I can
Smells
smell that
good.
from here.
Yeah. All right, we got about a minute left, so let's get that finished up here.
Okay.
All right.
So then you're gonna finish it with a little bit of herbs and butter.
Okay.
So for the taro, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut off the outsides of this,
Okay.
and then we're gonna leave a nice little chip.
I'm putting what, about 2 tablespoons of butter in. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's
I'm just like
about
doing my
right.
own
yeah,
thing
there
here.
you go. No, it's okay. More butter, more love.
All right, when we come back, we're gonna put all of this together, the relish with the crab cakes, and then we'll finish up the Lomi Salmon, okay? So don't go anywhere. We got Chef Adam Roku here from the Four Seasons Resort right here on Lanai. Don't go anywhere. More with Cooking Hawaiian Style. Welcome back to Cooking Hawaiian Style. We have Chef Adam here from the Four Seasons Resort here on Lanai. And before we finish this Lomi Salmon, we got to get these crab cakes out of the oven here.
Oh, yeah.
Just about done. All right. Let me get a
Make sure, careful, it's
cloth.
hot.
Oh, those look good. Look at that. Look at that.
Beautiful.
All right. Okay, so how are we going to plate this? You want to just lay them down here?
Huh? Yeah, absolutely. So what we'll do is
Here you
we'll
go.
do...
I'll let you do that.
Yeah, if I can have the spoon over there.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take this relish here, and we're going to make a nice bed with it.
Okay. Very good. Sprinkle it on the bottom there.
There you go.
Good job.
And so obviously this is more if you're like feeding a family, you're having a little party, you
Well,
want to
yeah,
make
you
a
and
few
me.
crab cakes.
We're
There
having a
you
party
go.
right now.
So he's going to eat 2. I'll eat 4 and he'll eat 2.
Yeah, there you go. Put this on the side.
All right. And so...
So do you serve this at the hotel?
Not this particular crab
Uh-huh.
cake, but we do serve crab cakes at the hotel.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is you're just going to take the crab cake and you're going to lay them on like such,
That looks good, Chef.
just right across.
Layer them down like that.
Yeah.
That's going to look nice.
Ooh, and we got a bonus one that won't fit.
Yeah. There we go. For good luck.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get this out of the way. And let's finish up that Lomi Salmon there. What do we got?
Okay, so for the Lomi Salmon, what I got here is taro. I don't know if many of you are familiar with it.
Yes.
What we're going to do is we're going to take this, which I've already prepared poi, and I've also fried some chips, but I'll just show you the process that we kind of went. So when you first do the poi, you want to make sure you take out the outer brown layer because you don't really want to eat that. And careful not to lose too much because you want to save some of the meat on the outside for your poi.
Yeah.
Now, this is obviously for presentation purposes. I cut off some of the poi, so you can actually make really rustic chips if you would like for the for this dish. So what I normally do is I kind of start cutting in a square.
Good looking kalo.
And
I
then
love kalo.
I'll cut into an octagon, and then you just continue to cut around the shapes until it gets round.
Okay.
So this is kind of what I did here, and just smooth it out ever so slightly.
That's how you made the round chips.
That's how I made the round chips, okay? And so all this extra scraps that I have here is what turned into poi. And what I did is I steamed that until it was really nice and tender, and then I blended it with just water.
Okay.
All right? And then for the chips, you just want really thin slices.
And we
like
pre-did
such.
some, like we said,
Yeah.
right over here.
And what you're going to do with these is you're going to soak them in water because taro has a lot of starch, and so when you fry it, you don't want it to turn brown on you. So you're
Yeah.
going to soak this in water for at least a good hour before you fry it. That way you can get something that looks like this.
Okay. Now let's finish up this Lomi Salmon.
Lomi salmon.
Here.
All right.
I'll
So
move this out of the way
for the
you.
Lomi salmon, as you see, we already cured and diced the salmon. So we're going to add it into this mixing bowl here. And to this mixing bowl, I'm going to be cutting some onion
All right.
and some tomato as well.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're going to dice it, and we're going to mix it in with the Lomi salmon, and we're going to season it with some Hawaiian salt.
All right. You got about a minute.
All right, so I'll move
Well,
these
please
to
put
the
that on
side.
Put it on the side right
Okay.
there. There we go. You got a knife?
Yeah,
There you go.
I will. Let's wipe off the starch here.
Where did you go to school, Chef?
I went to culinary school at Le Cordon Bleu in Las Vegas.
Nice.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this tomato and just make sure we don't have any of the stem in there.
And then this is just your typical Lomi salmon.
Yeah. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to cut it. You want to get all the seeds and all the juice that's in the tomato because that's what's going to provide all the flavor that's in here.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go ahead and dice this.
Where's your favorite place on Lanai so far you've been here?
Favorite place on Lanai?
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough one. Manele Bay is really, really nice, but I think my favorite beach here is Avaloa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've
no
been
one's
fishing there. Yeah.
Oh, don't tell anybody. That's not
Yeah,
true. There's
that's
no
a
such
secret.
thing.
Yeah. It doesn't exist. I just made it up.
All right. We got about 30 seconds.
All right, so we're going to dice this up.
Half a tomato.
Yeah. We're going to add that to the salmon.
Don't forget we cured the salmon, okay? With some Hawaiian salt. And we'll put all the recipes on our website at cookinghawaiianstyle.com. All right? So if you didn't catch on, just gonna slice up this onion. Yeah, you're good with the knife, huh?
A little bit.
All right.
All right, so we're just
Okay.
gonna give that a dice.
Good job.
And then we're gonna add that in with the lomi. And then we're gonna mix in our Hawaiian sea salt to season it.
Okay. And then we got the green onion. We'll put that last.
Yeah, we're gonna put that last, and this is gonna be the garnish. Whoops, I made a little bit of a mess
That's all
there.
right.
We'll clean that
When
up.
you come back, we're gonna assemble this, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna taste. So don't go anywhere. More with Chef Adam right here on Cooking Hawaiian Style. Welcome back to Cooking Hawaiian Style, Chef. It's been a pleasure having you. As you plate that up, yeah, I can shake your hand. Thank you, man. As you plate that up, I'm gonna try your crab cakes.
Okay.
I helped make these, by the way. Good job
Yeah.
with these crab cakes. Mmm. Very good. I like the relish. It's still got a
Yeah.
lot of crunch in there.
Yeah,
Very good.
very nice.
So look for the chef
how
at the Four Seasons Resort right here on Lanai, making his lomi tomato, putting it on some taro chips. And we look forward to seeing you in the restaurant.
Oh,
we put
thank
some
you.
poi on the top there. Look at that. Look at that. Looks amazing. We'll see you guys next week, all right? Check out our website, cookinghawaiianstyle.com. We'll put all these recipes on there. Until next time, ahui ho.